Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network. Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network. This is the X Sports Network.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back out to Etheridge Elementary School. Game 2 here of 4 and day 1 of the Summertown Smackdown. Michael Marks alongside my producer Taylor Plott. Game 1 ended in a thriller. We had Collinwood and Lewis County go all the way to 3 sets. Collinwood won the first set 26-24, and then Lewis County took the next two 25-20 and 15-13. For game number 2, Lewis County will stay on and face Hampshire. Lady Panthers looking to keep that momentum up from game 1 as Hampshire will come in here with fresh legs, though. Going on at the elementary school right around now should be a big rivalry game. Lawrence County and Loretto facing off. And then over at the high school, Battle Creek and Spring Hill, we got that Loretto-Lawrence County game also here on the X Sports Network. And this will be the Lady Hawks' first game of the night. They'll stay on after this one and face Perry County up next at 6:30. Might get pushed back a little bit, depending on the time. As Hampshire will start with the serve here, Bella Pugh, number 24, doing the serving to start off for the Lady Hawks. And we are underway. Dug out there by Wheeler. Connor over to, that was Quitter. And sent back over by Scroggins. Stutz will get it back over. Set up there by Gilliam. And now Scroggins will send it back over. Stutz. And that's going to be out right over here in front of us. As I hope none of our viewers get motion sickness easy. That came right into our tripod over here. As Hampshire leads this one 1-0. Pugh with the serve. And nothing going there from Wheeler as she can't control that one. As Hampshire off to a 2-0 start. Wheeler, the libero in this game. Number 22 in white. Save there by Marshall. But nothing going there. Another point here for the Lady Hawks as they're off to a 3-0 start early. Pugh with the serve. Wheeler sets it up for Connor. Now Stutz will get it back over. Pugh. Back over to Smith. And that will be out of bounds, point to Lewis County. And starting the serving for the Lady Panthers will be number 12, Jaslyn Connor. Had an excellent game last game for Lewis County and was really a pivotal piece in that victory over Collinwood. Now again, this is just preseason exhibition, so nothing on your actual record, so we'll see teams trying things out and whatnot. As Scroggins will send it back over. Connor. Now Stutz. Partially blocked, now over to Pugh. And she sets it up for, that was Liberty Ames that sent it back over. And she'll try to poke that one back in. Sent back up by Connor. Stutz will send it back over. Pugh sets it up to Smith. And slammed down by Ames. That one's going to come back, though. Quitter. Back to Connor. Back to Quitter with the spike. And the kill. As Whitney Akins can't handle that one. And Lewis County with back-to-back scores as we went back and forth for a good minute there. Connor with the serve. Over to Gilliam. Now Pugh will get it over to Scroggins, who sends it back over. Wheeler. Over to Connor. Now back over to, pardon, that was Norris sent it back over. And the kill there for Stutz, pardon. Stutz, her first kill of the match. Or pardon, her second. As we're tied back up at 3. Sent over by Connor. Pugh. And Scroggins will send it over. Stutz back over to the Hawks. Pugh with it. And now Smith sets up Scroggins, who sends it back over. Now Wheeler to Connor. Back to Quitter with the spike. Good job right there by Akins to save that. And Ames will send that over for the kill. Good job there by Liberty Ames as she gives the Lady Hawks the lead back. As number 9, Jenna Marks checks into the game to serve for the Lady Hawks. As Ames will get a seat. And an ace right there by Marks. Five to 3 is your score. Marks back to serve once again. Sends it over. And a back-to-back aces by Jenna Marks. And now a 6-3 advantage for the Lady Hawks. As we've gone back and forth with little runs here. Norris. Back to Connor. Back to Norris. And a good job there by Smith. Pugh's going to send it back over. That's Connor. Just tried to poke it back over. Pugh gets it. Smith sets up Scroggins with the spike and the kill. Jaden Scroggins right there with the kill for the Lady Hawks as they're on a roll here early. Jenna Marks going for her third serve. As Stutz will send that back over. And down with the kill, Sophie Stutz off to a hot start as she's got 3 kills here for the Lady Panthers as she'll go back to serve. Stutz into the net. Point and possession back to Hampshire. 8-4 is your score. And on to serve is Scroggins. Connor. And Quitter sends it back over. Pugh trying to hit a spot where nobody is. And she will do just that with the kill. Bella Pugh right there. Slicing up the Lewis County defense, and we'll take a timeout with Lewis County. You're watching the Summertown Smackdown here on the X Sports Network.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
You know, Storing Lee Furniture is not just some huge chain store, But we do have a 144,000 square foot showroom right here in Leoma, Tennessee.
The Story family has worked together in the business now for 55 years.
And a familiar face is here to help you with whatever you need. That's what being a part of the community right here in the Tennessee Valley means. And if you have an issue, we're right here to take care of it. And don't forget free delivery. We invite you to come see us. We're Story & Lee Furniture.
This is the X Sports Network.
9-4 Hampshire lead. Jaden Scroggins with the serve. Now back over to Connor. And Quitter will send it back over. Scroggins. Pugh. And sending it back over is Akins. Now Connor. Back over, that was Norris. And that one's going to be a bit long there from Sidney Gilliam. And point back to Lewis County. I'm Michael Marks alongside my producer Taylor Plott. Here bringing you the Summertown Smackdown here on the X Sports Network. We're at Etheridge Elementary where we are on game 2 of 4 here on this Friday night, as that one's going to go a bit long from Quitter. And possession back to Hampshire. They've been in control for most of this one. Good serve right there, just a miss. And an ace right there from Abigail Smith. Smith back to serve once again, 11-5's your score. And Hampshire, with all the momentum early, and as I say that, Smith sends that one long. And ball back to Emery Norris and the Panthers. Norris to serve. She'll send it over. Dug out there by Scroggins. Pugh. Now Akins will send it back over. Dug out by Quitter. Connor. And a good job right there by Marshall, but even better job by the Hawks to save that one, but a kill there from Carly Couch as she gets in the scoring column with her first kill. Hampshire leads 11-7. And another serve coming here from Norris. Norris into the net, short. And back to Hampshire we go, back and forth out of this Lewis County timeout. Ames comes in as Marks will take a seat for the Lady Hawks. Gilliam to serve. Sends that one high. Wheeler to Connor. Back to Marshall. Good job digging that one out there by Gilliam. Dug out. Wheeler's going to send it back over now. Gilliam over to Pugh. Now Akins almost dropped that one in, and she will get the kill as that one goes all the way into the back row of the bleachers. Another kill there by Akins. Not really one person doing all the work for Hampshire. It's a little bit of everybody spreading the wealth around as Gilliam back to serve. She'll send it over for the ace. Beautiful serve right there from Sidney Gilliam. That sweet spot right above the net and right in front of the libero. As they've got them doubled up again, 14-7 does Hampshire. Gilliam to serve again. Sends it over. Keltner. Now back over to Connor. And Couch. Dug out there by Smith. And now Ames will send it back over. Connor. Marshall with the spike. Good job digging that one out by Akins. Pugh will send it back over and drops it in. What a play right there. Bella Pugh gets her second kill. As Hampshire was just trying to get that one back over the net, and she found the soft spot in the Lewis County defense, and Gilliam back to serve once again. And a little bit of a funny play as that one came right back over. And there was nothing Akins could do. Point back to Lewis County as Carly Couch is back to serve. Couch sends it over, dug out there by Smith. Pugh sets it back up, and trying to get over there was Gilliam. Hit it a little soft. Point back to Lewis County there on the arrow. 15-9. Couch sends it over. Good job, Smith, digging that one out. Pugh sends it over to Ames. Ames. And a little bit of miscommunication there is Couch. Deflected that one. Another kill there for Liberty Ames, her second. 16-9's your score as Whitney Akins coming back to serve for the Lady Hawks. Again, Lewis County coming fresh off a victory over Collinwood. And Hampshire, this is their first game. Connor sets up Stutz, and that one's going to go into the net. Point to Hampshire on the error there from Stutz. And all that good mojo that the Panthers had in the first game is not translated here to the second game. Akins with the serve. Sends it over, dug out there by Keltner. And now Stutz again. Oh, good save right there by Gilliam. Ames will send it back over. Wheeler to Connor. Now to Marshall. Oh, and a good save right there as that one's up in the rafters. Wheeler sends it back over and can't get it down as Connor sends it back into the net. 18-9 is your score. And Akins back to serve once again. The Lady Hawks looking good here in the first set. They send that one over. Quitter. Connor, Marshall. And she drops that one in. Briley Marshall with her first kill of the game. It's 18-10. In a pretty similar situation we saw in the first game. It was Lewis County leading in that one, but Collinwood came back to take the set. Oh, and a good serve right there as that one goes off the backboard, and Akins couldn't do anything with that one. As an ace there from Marshall. Marshall back to serve. (18-11), Marshall with the serve, and that one's not even going to make it across the net before it goes out. Point to Hampshire, and now Bella Pugh back to serve. Pugh sends it over. Dug out by Wheeler. Connor sets up Couch. That one may have been out, but a good save right there nonetheless by Gilliam, and another kill there from Stutz. That's her fourth, 19-12, as it is Jaslyn Connor back to serve for the Panthers. Referee having an exchange with number 7, Lyric Inman. That one sent over. Oh, good job by Pugh to try to send that one over, but it will not fall in. Point for Lewis County. As that one ricocheted a bit hard off Akins. Connor sends it over. Gilliam. And now Scroggins into the net. Blocked there. Partially blocked there by Stutz. And Lewis County going on a bit of a run here. Scored 4 in the last 5. 19-14 serve over there by Connor. Scroggins saves it. And Gilliam just sends it back over. Connor sets up Stutz. Out the back and out. And Hampshire the first to 20 here in our first set. And this is game number 2 of 4 of the day that we'll have here at Etheridge. And again, we'll have some games over at the elementary school in Summertown, as that one is over and out. A little bit of a long serve there by Liberty Ames as she'll check out, and Jenna Marks back in for Hampshire. It's 20-15. Stutz back to serve for Lewis County. She'll send it over. Dug out there by Akins. Pugh just pokes it back over. And that one's going to drop. Pugh with another sneaky kill. And usually her job at setter is to set up the offense, and she's been igniting it. Just sneaking it over into the heart of that Lewis County defense. As we got Scroggins to serve. Wheeler. Now to Connor. Back over to Quitter. Partially blocked and down. And another kill there for Bailey Quitter. (21-16) your score. Quitter will go back to serve for the Lady Panthers. She'll send it over. Dug out by Marks. Smith saves it. And Pugh will send it back over. Wheeler. Now set up by Connor, and a spike there by Couch. Pardon, that was Inman. That's Couch, and she gets the kill. Carly Couch, another kill. And while Hampshire's had control of this first set, the Lady Panthers aren't going down without a fight. Quitter back there to serve. She'll send it over. Dug out by Scroggins. Pugh. And Smith will send it back over. Connor sets up Inman. And she'll send it long. 22-17. Lewis County, Hampshire to serve now. As that's Abigail Smith right there to serve. As we're going to have a quick conversation with the official here. With Aubrey Turner, the line judge and player for Lewis County. Ref blew her whistle, but not to go, so Smith will send that back over again. Again, 22-17. Here in the first set, Hampshire with the lead. Abigail Smith will send it over. Dug out by Quitter. Connor sends it over to Inman, who had that one partially blocked by Gilliam, who sends it back over. Now, Couch back over here towards us, out of bounds, 23-17. And Smith will go back to serve once again as the Lady Hawks 2 points away from taking this first set. A high serve, that's going to be out. And point Lewis County as they look to try to take control back in this set, trailing 23-18. Emery Norris back to serve for the Lady Panthers. She'll send it over as that one was going out as the Hampshire tried to save that one off the net of the basketball goal. Couldn't do. And that one is in 23-19. An ace there from Emery Norris. Norris back to serve again with her first ace. Pugh sends it over to Akins, who pokes it right over. And a good job there by Quitter to send it back over. Pugh sets up Gilliam with the spike. Dug out there by Norris. And poked back over by Inman. And Smith can't get it back over. 23-20. And Lewis County with all of the momentum now. Norris still serving. Sends it over. Pugh's going to send it back over. Dug out there by Quitter. And Connor trying to send it back over. Pugh sets it up. Akins with the spike. Dug out by Inman. Connor. And now Inman will just send it back over. Smith. That's over to Gilliam to send it back over. Quitter sets up Connor. And Couch tries to poke it back over. Pugh hits it back out of bounds. 23-21. And Hampshire will take a timeout on a 4-0 Lewis County run. We'll take it with you. You're watching the Summertown Smackdown here on the X Sports Network.
Welcome to Mid-South Barn Dominiums. We realize there's a lot of options when it comes to finding a builder for your next home. Here at Mid-South, we understand that customer service, quality, and selections are very important. It's a very large time, money, and an emotional investment, and we're here to listen and care. We realize the kitchen's the most used and abused room in the house. Our cabinets are locally custom made from Sanderson cabinets out of Lawrenceburg. They're real wood, poplar or maple, whether you paint or stain. All comes with slow close hardware and many pull-out different style options to choose from.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back as we're nearing the end of this first set. Norris sends it over, and that's going to go out of bounds. And out of the Hampshire timeout, Lewis County's cut it to 1. Hampshire up as big as 19-12 in this one. And Lewis County fought all the way back. They still trail by 1 here. Norris sends it over. Pugh. Akins just sneaks that one over the net for the kill. And now Sydney Gilliam back to serve for the Lady Hawks, needing 1 point to finish off Lewis County in this set. Sends it over. Dug out there by Quitter. Connor. And Couch hits it out the back. And that will do it. Hampshire will take the first set against Lewis County, 25-22. We'll be back for the second set here in a moment. You're watching the Summertown Smackdown here on the X Sports Network.
Efficiency, reliability, accuracy. Move forward with your real estate sale or purchase with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County, the most experienced closing team around. Working with clients locally and throughout the state, we offer a wide range of services, including the expertise of an on-staff attorney, backed by our more than 49 years experience in titles and closings. We get the job done on time at a fair price and ensure every last detail is correct. Our goal is to give you peace of mind. When you work with us, you work with people who live where you do. We understand the importance of the real estate community and strive to build strong relationships with all parties involved in the process. Whether you're buying a home, selling a business, acquiring land, or anything in between, you're in good hands with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County.
Put the most experienced closing team on your side. Contact Title and Escrow of Lawrence County today.
Welcome to Mid-South Barn Dominiums. We realize there's a lot of options when it comes to finding a builder for your next home. Here at Mid-South, we understand that customer service, quality, and selections are very important. It's a very large time, money, and an emotional investment, and we're here to listen and care. We realize the kitchen's the most used and abused room in the house. Our cabinets are locally custom made from Sanderson cabinets out of Lawrenceburg. They're real wood, poplar or maple, whether you paint or stain. All comes with slow close hardware and many pull-out different style options to choose from.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back here to Etheridge Elementary School for game number 2. The continuation of game number 2 here of the Summertown Smackdown. Michael Marks here alongside my producer Taylor Plott. And Hampshire took the first set 25-22, was in control most of the match. And Lewis County made a fight of it there at the end, but just not enough left in the tank. And Lewis County will start with the serve, Jaslyn Connor. Now again, Lewis County dropped the first set in the last game. They had just finished up against Collinwood, where Collinwood took the first set and Lewis County took the next 2. This Hampshire team's come in with some fight, but an ace there early from Jaslyn Connor. Connor, her second ace. And she looks to make it 3, but Pugh sends it over quickly. And now Connor over to Norris. Dug out there by Martin. Now Ames will send it back over to Wheeler. Connor sets it up for Quitter. Oh, and a good job dug out there by Martin again. Martin And a solid force in that back line. Again, dug it out, but that one is going to go off the outside of her wrist. And ricochet out of bounds. 2-0. The lead for Lewis County. 32 minutes remaining here for this game. As that one into the net there by Connor. As Hampshire gets on the board the easy way. And Bella Pugh back to start it here for Hampshire. Sends it over. Wheeler digs it out. Sends it up high. Connor. Now Norris. Went off the fingertips of Smith and dropped right in front of Martin. And nothing really she could do with it there. As it's 3-1 now with Stutz back to serve. Stutz had 4 kills in the first set. Really what kept Lewis County in it is that one. Dug out there by Gilliam. Pugh. Now Scroggins. Met at the net there by Couch. Norris. And dug out by Gilliam. Pugh. And Ames there. Liberty Ames couldn't get it over the net. 5-1 now. As almost the polar opposite of the last game. Lewis County with the early advantage. Stutz. And that was just going to drop in for the ace. As Sophie Stutz just dropped that one into no man's land. As Hampshire not off to a good start here in the second set. Seems that Lewis County's made some adjustments here. Gilliam. Martin and Pugh sends it back over. Stutz hit it up. And Couch sends it over here towards us. And that was out. Point to Hampshire. Liberty Ames there to serve. Wheeler. Now to Connor. I believe that was Couch right there. Gilliam sends it over. Inman to Connor. Over to Quitter. Blocked there by Gilliam. But too much there on the spike from Couch. She gets her third kill. 6-2. As we are now half an hour left in this match. That's Quitter back there to serve. She'll send it over. And an ace right there goes off the hands of Marks. And another ace right there for Quitter. (7-2) Lewis County. Quitter to serve for the Lady Panthers. And that one's going to drop in for the ace. Back-to-back aces from Quitter. As this second set has just been all Lewis County. And Quitter to serve. Dug out by Marks. Pugh. Over to Gilliam. Sends it over. And a good job right there. Sent up in all the way up to the lights. And not going to be saved there. As Gilliam gets the kill there. Connor trying to save that one. Sent it back up towards the lights. And just nothing going there as Wheeler couldn't get it back over. Jaden Scroggins with the serve, and that one's going to go out the back off the hands of Bailey Quitter. And an ace there for Scroggins. 8-4, back-to-back points here for Hampshire. As that one into the net. And Lewis County back to serve. Emery Norris. Norris already with the one ace in this match. Sends that one over. Marks to Pugh. And trying to send it over was Martin, but blocked right there. And that was number 14, Carly Couch. with the block there, her first. Team's first block this match. Sending it back over. That's Norris. Sets up Couch with the kill. Carly Couch heating up with her 4th kill. It's just when you think Hampshire's going to get some momentum going and getting on a little run, Lewis County just gets 2 or 3 more back on you. Send it over Marks. And Martin hit it out of bounds. And 4 straight now for Lewis County. Norris to serve. Will send it over. That's Scroggins. And Pugh will send it over for the kill. Bella Pugh with her 4th. And she's been the best source of offense here for Hampshire. That's going to send Abigail Smith back to serve. Had an ace last set. And will do just that here. Drops it in. And that was actually out. Point to Lewis County. Couch to serve. Smith saved that one. Sent it back over to Gilliam. Connor sets up Stutz. Dug out there. And spiked down by Inman with the kill. Lyric Inman with her first kill of the second set. And it's 14-5. Lewis County dominant here in set number 2. Sending it over is Couch. Pugh sends it over to Smith, who gets it back over. Couch to Connor to Inman. Dug out there, and Pugh can't save it. And 15-5, it is all Lewis County early. And we're going to take a timeout. Hampshire, we'll take it with you. You're watching the Summertown Smackdown here on the X Sports Network.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back here out of the Hampshire timeout. Lewis County has been absolutely dominant this match from start to where we are now, 15-5. They're on a 7-1 run. Couch sends it over and drops it in with the ace, her first of this match. As nothing is going Hampshire's way this second set after taking the first one 25-22. This one looking a little more one-sided. But so far through the first game in a set of the second match, is that one's going to drop in for another ace for Couch. They've been pretty close sets. Again, looking back, Collinwood took set 1 of game 1, 26-24 over Lewis County. Lewis County taking the next two, 25-20 and 15-13. And Hampshire took the first set of this one, 25-22, but it has been all Lewis County in set number 2, as that make it 3 straight aces for Carly Couch. 18-15, or 18-5 now. As Lewis County's looking to force a third set. Not sure how much of it will get in on 23 minutes remaining. That one's sent over. Smith. Pugh's going to set it back up. And Martin to send it back over. That's Keltner right there. Connor sets up Stutz. And Pugh right there. Saves it as Gilliam sends it over. Keltner again to Connor. Sends it to Inman. out of the back there, and a point for Hampshire. As Hampshire trying to build up a little momentum here. And while it may not be enough to save this set, it can definitely try to build some up for the next match. Again, you'll have Hampshire coming up next against Perry County. And it'll be Perry County's first game here at the Smackdown, as that one's sent long by Stutz. And back-to-back points here for Hampshire, as Sydney Gilliam looks to serve once again for the Lady Hawks. And an ace right there. Gilliam gets her second. (18-7) now. Gilliam looking to serve. Sends it over to Wheeler. Connor sets it up for Stutz. And she gets the kill. Sophie Stutz has been nothing but dominant here in game number 2. That one's sent over by Inman, and an ace right there for Lyric Inman. As that's the 11th ace of this match so far between the two sets for the Lady Panthers. Inman to serve again. Gilliam sends it over to Ames, back over by Pugh. Connor. And Stutz tried to send that one, poke that one back over. And Pugh gets the kill as she just tips it over. And Bella Pugh there with her 5th kill. As it is 20-9 now. Lewis County with the lead, but Hampshire fighting back. Bailey Martin to serve. And sent it over, but out. And point Lewis County. And Keltner will take a seat for Norris as she checks back in. Back there to serve is Connor. And she'll send it over. And an ace right there. Jaslyn Connor with her 3rd ace. Lewis County looking to take set number 2. Ames sets it up, Pugh. Now to Scroggins. That's going to go a bit long. Wheeler saves it. Norris sends it over. Dug out by Gilliam. Pugh sends it up. And Scroggins almost dropped it down for the kill, and it will. Jaden Scroggins with her 2nd kill. And Hampshire now into double figures with 10. Bella Pugh back up to serve. And she'll send it over. And that was Quitter out there blocked by Ames. Pugh. Smith. And Ames will send it back over. Connor. Now to Stutz. Smith will save it. Pugh sends it back up, and Ames will send it over. Dug out by Quitter. Connor. Back to Quitter, who will send it over. Pugh saves that one. Smith. Back to Pugh. And she'll drop that one in for the kill. The back row kill as it got away from Madison Wheeler. 22-11 now. Pugh sends it over, drops in front of Wheeler. Wheeler's now to Connor. Back to Norris, who sends it over. Martin. Now to Pugh and Scroggins, and that one's going to go long. Out of the back corner, 23-11. Stutz back up to serve. Stutz with 5 kills and an ace here in this set. And that one drops in for the ace. Smith couldn't control that one there, and it drops. Stutz sends it over. Dug out by Martin. Pugh sets it up for Gilliam, who sends it over. Now Stutz. Connor looking to set up Couch. Pugh and Smith both going for it. Now Pugh and Gilliam going for it, and it's going to drop, and that will do it for this second set. As pure dominance from Lewis County as they take set number 2, 25-11. We'll be back for the third set here in a minute. You're watching Summertown Smackdown here on the X Sports Network.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
Did you know that Resource MFG, an employee bridge company in Lawrenceburg, is the first and largest national manufacturing staffing company? They work alongside the top plants and facilities in the area to provide you with job opportunities in production, quality, maintenance, supervision, and all levels of management. Resource MFG has positions open right now to meet your needs today and a full staff ready to work with industrial partners to grow opportunities for this generation of workers and the next. Reach out today and start your employment journey with Resource MFG.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back here. Third set between the Hampshire Lady Hawks and the Lady Panthers of Lewis County. Hampshire took the first set 25-22, had control most of that set, but Lewis County with some pure dominance in the second set as they took that one 25-11. And now that brings on a winner-take-all set number 3. Now, Lewis County just played 3 sets actually right before this game, where they won that third set 15-13. As Bella Pugh will start it off for Hampshire. And Inman back to Connor and sent back over. Gilliam. Pugh pokes it back over. Inman lost it for a second. Connor over to Stutz with the kill. Oh, and that was going to ricochet, but that will be a point for Lewis County. Sophie Stutz, her 6th kill. Up to serve, that is number 12, Jaslyn Connor. Has been excellent serving today. 3 aces already. As she's looking for number 4 and gets it right there. Lewis County starting off set 3 like they did set 2. With another early advantage. Connor. Gilliam. Now Pugh tries to poke it over, and they're going to say she went over the net right there. And another point there on the error for Hampshire. Connor still serving. And drops that one in, her 5th ace. And man, it seems like if you're Lewis County and you got her back there serving, you just sit back and watch. And dug out there. As that was Akins sends it over and back over, but out of bounds. As Akins gets the kill there. Whitney Akins, her 3rd. As Marks will come in for Ames. Liberty Ames taking a seat for Jenna Marks as she'll come in and serve. Remember in set number 1, Marks actually got back-to-back aces and really set up Hampshire well to take control, as that one will be short. Possession back to Lewis County. That is Sophie Stutz back to serve. been a kill machine, but a couple of aces too. And looking for a third ace right there, but sent back by Scroggins. Quitter with the kill, blocked there. Abigail Smith and Sydney Gilliam in there for the block. As Scroggins will go back to serve. Scroggins sends it over in front of Wheeler, and that's going to go out the back. Point Lewis County. That's going to put Bailey Quitter back there to serve. 6-2 is your score. Lewis County with the early lead. As Scroggins lays out for that one to save it. And Akins trying to send it back over, can't do so. Quitter, 2 aces of her own back there. As she'll send it over. Marks, Akins, and Pugh will send it back over. Quitter to Connor, to Norris, and it is saved by Pugh, who sends it back up to Akins. And some miscommunication there as it ricochets around, and Connor sends it back over. Marks, Pugh sets up Gilliam for the kill, and dug out there by Quitter. Connor hits it over to Couch, and she gets the kill. Carly Couch with her 5th, and it's 8-2. Lewis County has been in control since the end of the first set, as Hampshire had a pretty good lead on the Lady Panthers, but that one's going to go off the head of Inman. Point to Lewis County. Says she's good, though. Took a rocket off the back of the head from Bailey Quitter. And Lyric Inman well, back to Hampshire. Smith with the serve, and that one's going to go long again. And just no luck serving here today for Hampshire. Norris back to serve, and she drops that one in for an ace. Anne-Marie Norris, her 2nd ace. And that's the team's 16th here. As Lewis County looking to do what they did in the first match, and after dropping the first set, take the next 2. That one sent over. Pugh blocked. And who met her there but Carly Couch, her 2nd block. Norris to send it back over. Pugh. Over to Akins. We'll send it over. And the kill in there from Lyric Inman. Was partially blocked there by Gilliam, but Inman with some serious force on that one. 12-3. Scroggins. Pugh. Akins will poke it back over. And Couch, good job digging that one out, Smith. Pugh sets up Smith, and she'll send it long out the back. 13-3 now. Again, a Hampshire a bit of time to redeem themselves here with 8 minutes remaining. But they will stay on after this game and face Perry County as almost another ace right there. And the kill right there from number 12, Jaslyn Connor. And that'll be her first kill. Really just been doing a lot of work setting her teammates up. She's been all over the court. As it's Norris still back there to serve. 1 point away from the win. And Pugh trying to send it over and keeps the match alive for Hampshire. Norris to Couch, who pokes it over. Smith saves it. And poked over by Gilliam. Connor sets up Inman with the kill. Lyric Inman will end it. And after 3 sets, Lewis County wins this one 15-3 as they've taken first 2 games here in the Summertown Smackdown. My partner Taylor Plott will be on the call for these next 2 games, Perry County and Hampshire, coming up here in a minute. This has been the Summertown Smackdown here on the X Sports Network.
This is the X Sports Network.